KG Master here again, and welcome to part 2 stamp pile that I have. Now, I'm going to recap a couple of things really quickly, because of the first one I kind of said all this very slowly, and I got to speed things up here to get to the main thing. The basic story I can give you right now is that I found a big bag of stamps just for the sakes of it, because it was free. A friend of mine, we gardening, and sometimes we have cleaning 2 sheds. One was like a shed that was really old and battered and dirty, and had shed was like a workshop shed or whatever it was called. The other shed was cleaner inside, and second, people just put a bunch of just random vintage stuff. It's been there ever since, from the 1940s, 70s, you name it. It's so that's why I have this, and it's not the only thing that I got from there. I got a couple of things in there that I mentioned before. So the contents that was in the bag that I showed, and I showed another video of this before, that it came with, and it had some news letters that also had stamps, and what may be an article that also had stamps included, but it also had like a big text, and it was like a cutout thing. It was really cool, fascinating. And here's the stamps that we looked through so far from this box. You know, any details, but I can tell you what, that I'm going to keep the stamps with the envelope itself. Why? Because if I take the stamp up, it will wreck it, but that's not just the reason. The other reasons is you'll get more than just a stamp. You will get printed stamps this here that would have cancel and stuff like that, along with words and a bit of paper as well. Not just paper, but like to show you which type of envelope. And right now, if you can see here, this envelope will probably be around the 1930s or 40s, because by the look on the envelope here, I could be wrong, but that's the thing. And in this pile so far, now all these stamps here so far are some of them are military, like even including the print that say military personnel only and stuff like that. So, but the main trees you got here, most of them are Russia. You got some Australian, France. You got some Canadian, Germany, England. Most of those stamps, right? This is the pile, and I've gone through that in the other video if you'd like to check it out. And lastly, I'm not going to keep these stamps. And I am a collector of all kinds of crap. I'm a coin collector. I'm an antique / vintage, you name it, collector of all this. I'm a prop collector. I even make my own props. I'm a book collector. I'm an artist. I'm all of these things. But I don't want to keep these stamps. Not just for the sake that I don't want to build up a collection of just stamps, as I am already on the coins. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a stamp collection or this or that. I personally just don't want a collection of stamps. I'm not saying that I hate these stamps. I'm not saying that I'm interested in these stamps. I love all things, especially I just want to get rid of these, not harshly, but I just would like to see the value in these and how much I can get from this, and that's it. I just want to give them away. So yeah. Here's the box. Now, this box here, now, the other time I was a bit slow, yes. I just want to get first so I can show you the stamps and details. I'm going to mention the fact that why I haven't posted a video lately is because I had planned several videos, some movies I've been working on that I couldn't get through of because I had problems with my software, Pinnacle, all these programs I use to edit. So I decided to make something more simpler to edit, like this video, for instance. This, because I'm using Movie Maker instead of the other high-tech stuff. Movie Maker, I only use Movie Maker to just cut segments that I don't want to keep out and on, and I can place it all in one, taking time. There's a video that I started working on, and I stopped halfway through because to work on other stuff. It's taking me 2 years, and I had trouble working on the video anyway. That video will come out soon. It's just the fact that whatever I'm going to say in terms of how I got it, when I got it, will be extremely late on when I upload the video. But it looks like a bushfire incident. I could be wrong. It just says it right there. So yeah. And again, I'm gonna place each stamp in here like that. Hopefully that, I don't know, I'm not an expert on stamps, and hopefully that doesn't damage it while I place it in. If I'm doing anything wrong, please let me know, and we'll stop doing whatever I'm doing. Going through the other pile, I also found some stamps I accidentally put in there. In this pile, stamps that didn't have any parts of the letter, they're just stamps on their own. So I put it on the other pile. So when I get around getting to the suitcase, I already put them in. So yeah. Old envelope, and even like this is very fragile. This one right here. So I'm just gonna put it off to the side. So if I find something, or I feel anything or I can see anything that's extremely fragile, like that one, those ones right there are completely stable. They won't break if I just gently let them fall to here. This one right here, I'll put off to the side. Also, if I find any pieces like this, even though there's no stamps included with it, I'll still keep it because it's part of the envelopes during, and definitely, of course, it's not going to worth anything, but I'll just keep it anyway. I'll put it off to the side here. I forgot to mention that some of these envelopes are also cut out from not just a pile of envelopes, but there also can be postcards that have been cut out. And why I say this is because this is a postcard, not just by the look, but by the feel and how thick and structural and such to this. Found a bunch of them in the other video, as well as ones that have tears and I don't know what you call it. It's like pieces that have been glued on the other side, or that's just how it is. I feel like I've seen it before years ago, yeah. Gotta mention, well, I keep forgetting to mention things. I just keep remembering what I gotta say. Anyway, what I forgot to mention was that I don't know if these are if there's phonies or real ones. Please let me know in the comments about anything, especially to all of you collectors out there that are interested in stamps and such, or just learn about, or just interested in hearing or seeing, or whatever you got to say. Examples that I mentioned before, I find some stamps that have no parts of the envelopes. And sometimes I'll find ones that might have fallen off. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I might have accidentally put some of these in with the pile, but I will put these and include the ones that aren't or have been taken out from pieces of into the rest with the stamps that aren't are like these in the trunk that I have behind me. I'll put this somewhere else. Interesting. There's this little pamphlet that says enjoy the world's greatest hobby, collect stamps. This is, I don't know how old this is, probably maybe 70s or maybe 50s or 60s, I don't know, maybe it's recent and just given it an older appearance, but I don't know. So yeah. And if I switch it over to the other side, it includes a stamp with the pamphlet. Maybe I'll get a date out of that. Buy this, I don't know. Which is pretty cool. And I'm not going to take the stamp off of that, I'm going to include it with this. Don't know why that was in the box. As I said before, this box has random bits and bobs that I just put in. So I can put them as I did in the trunk. So I can put all the ones that are in envelopes, ones that aren't, and ones that are ones like that, so yeah. And then I'll go through the envelopes again and put them in each, because the problem is I can't put them along with the trunk. The main reason is that, like this stamp that I already showed. So you got like this Russian stamp here, and so you got 3. If I had 3 of these on their own, I would have put them in a pile with all the other ones that are like this one. But it includes this one right here, so I can't do that. And I could simply make a pile in order of country or country/culture stamps all together in one. So you got like these are all Russian stamps. But it'll make it a bit clumsy and not in order. So the thing is, plus as well, this comes with the envelope and it would probably damage it. So I'm gonna piles that are gonna be in this are gonna be in their own Ziploc bags. And I don't have a stamp book. I can't find an appropriate one. In fact, at the moment, right now, I'm simply just doing a video on each stamp to show you guys, then I'll get around to putting these things in order. So this is what I mean if I find stamps that aren't with or part of any envelopes, because usually you would have stamps that are just on their own on pieces like this, and they would usually come off on their own. So yeah, I would find stamps in the pile here that aren't like that. That's probably one of the reasons, just saying. What's interesting about this, I thought this was a stamp as well, but no, it's just a printed one in the envelope, which is interesting. I've seen this exact print before on actual stamps. Okay, I've finally gone through the entire box. Now we're gonna move on to this suitcase that has the ones in bags, and I can't wait to get into that one. But that'll be another part of the video, so yeah. I hope you like this video, and remember, I will see you in the future. Bye.